We're the only we're the only ones who are ranting and raving about relationships and casual sex. What people really want to know is, how often can I have sex and go to heaven? That's what they want to know. Well, most people that we hear talk about on the subject, most are manipulating people because they know this is what people want to hear. They know what would appease the people and what they want to hear. Some actually want to help people in relationships, in godly relationships. But it is redundant, it is saturated, and everybody's talking about it when it's actually not relevant. And no, it's not relevant. And here's why I say it's not relevant. I say it's not relevant because of the significance that the Apostle Paul, who's on mission for Christ, puts on marriage. He says, if you cannot contain yourself, marry. Otherwise, I wish that you all would be like me, unmarried. He makes it sound like marriage is for savages.
That's tough.
If you can't contain yourself, married. If you can't exercise self-control, then you need to get married.
Wow.
Marriage then sounds like a necessity to escape sin. Obviously, that's not the case. This was God's design from the beginning. And also where I'm going with this is, God did not give Adam options. He didn't pull out 3 ribs and say, inform through women and say, okay, let's see what happens here. Pick and choose. We'll find out what we're going to do with the other 2.
That's tough.
After you choose the one you want. If you look at Jacob, Jacob served the father of Rachel for 7 years. He did not spend any time with her. He served and labored for 7 years simply because he saw her and liked what he saw. And after 7 years, she was given away. He was on her father's property for those 7 years, so clearly he's seen her around the land and the compound and the property.
Right.
But Jacob labored for 7 years to get a wife. Not to experiment with this woman to see if it's a good fit. So a part of this topic, a part of what's wrong with this topic is society.
What do you mean?
I don't hear anyone on the eastern hemisphere of the world talking about relationships as much as the Westerners. You understand? Everybody in the East, they're either distracted with another religion or they're trying to get to know Jesus. We're the only ones who are ranting and raving about relationships and casual sex. What people really want to know is, how often can I have sex and go to heaven? That's what they want to know.
Yeah. You took it there.
It's really what they want to know.
Yeah. Wow.
And I'm sorry, I'm not, I can't overlook. That's the motive behind it. Relationships. Some are genuinely trying to find out, how do I choose the right mate? I want the one God wants for me. And this is a misunderstanding about how a mate is chosen, how a mate comes to be your own. It's a misunderstanding. And maybe later we'll have time, but relationships, they're overrated. Focus on Jesus. Jesus will bring the right one to you.